No time to pop for or welcome to the Worldbuilding podcast. So, actually, I had a different idea for this week. I have since forgotten. I was planning to do it yesterday's, or at least I was trying to do it yesterday at least, but never found the time to do it yesterday. Got distracted. Went over to when I came over to today and went over to where I had checked for it. Yeah, I didn't see it. So I was planning to go do something else, and then yeah, it ended up being this. So something that I have noted is since I would actually have gotten through to since we got to here, I would assume that we haven't done D&D since I started pointing at this, but I do want to kind of do it, basically. And so it's like, at this point, it's like, okay, everybody has like their cars and stuff. Some of the richer people might start thinking about, just, I want to go and race people because, freeways, they're not really that boring. They're boring. There's no excitement. There's no thrill. Because, the track days stuff, right? There's people that are often not on your lap. There's other things like that. So it's I figure that it's definitely very reasonable to consider 27 days after they might try to figure out okay, who made the card? It's oh, this person. Okay, let's head over to there and make it. Or start figuring out, okay, we want to race these cars. Or how can we go and get to where we're setting up races? Can you help us set up races? And so, they might stay in town, basically, kind of formulating things that might otherwise be made effectively. Because, Beaconsdale, that's kind of the capital of this town. I still need to update this map for reference. And it's basically because, right up over there, I know that that's where I was planning to have MA. Or at least his actual. Oh, that would be where MA actually lives. Well, I guess that would be his old house now, because technically he does move. Definitely by the time this happens, yeah, he will have been moved over to there. So yeah, it is what it is. But what I wanted to do today is, since I thought that it would be best to have a sports city, basically. A city entirely designed around sports. Maybe try to go and expand the racing thing, right? Get some team names. How many teams, basically. And so, yeah. First off, I need to figure out about, uh, I future F1. So, the reason why I say future F1 is the fact that, uh, MA is obviously one. Um, if Formula 1 happened, he would probably, he would probably build a car for it. And nothing else, just to prove, this is what I would be capable of. If F1 is a thing, it would be at least a second manufacturer. I don't know about third. NASCAR. So this one is also interesting. So first off, MA would be like MA would compete in basically like all these sports for reference. It just matters about like who else is a manufacturer. And so he would probably have like 4 cars. So I'm going to roll 2d20 for that. Okay. So there'd be 38 for this. I want to look. Okay. 16. So similar to F1, there would be 2. 2 per. So this means, and like, this means that there's at least, that there would be like, 6 people? No. There would be 8 teams. Because, yeah. Now, who would be those 8 teams? I don't know. I don't know just yet. I will figure out there. Since he's a manufacturer, I'll bold him. Basically. So, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna care to bold somebody that's not a manufacturer, but I will bold people that are manufacturers for the simple reason that if you're a manufacturer, right, you're building a car. Part of why I am trying to think of teams is the fact of trying to figure out who does what in the world, right? So like we'll have sports teams as well. So GT. I don't know much about GTs and touring cars. But I do know at least about F1. That's kind of why I wanted to be like kind of limited, right? And like actually that is something I would say. So this one should be for FT. I'm not doing that. That will be for. Hold on, let me go and figure out how many. Okay, so that's the stuff for GT and touring. I might go for like figuring out about how many people do each, basically. So like for reference, and I'm going to be doing this as like yeah, like this is like endurance racing. Like if it's an endurance thing, it's that. Now for reference, endurance is probably gonna be like yeah, like most endurance races are gonna be like 6+ hours. However, these also can be like 2.5 or so. So there's that. MA is probably likely to field 2. So actually, you know what? It's not bad to say 14 teams. Wait, 14. Actually, that would mean 14 would mean and that like at least 2 people can do it. Yeah. I don't know if that really works. Cause like at that point, then like in order to go and get to the normal 20-car field, it would have to be like yeah, like 6 teams would have to roll. 6 teams out of the 24 would have to run 2 cars. So, I mean, like this would be for like more richer type people. I I can believe it actually. I just can't believe that everybody will be a manufacturer. That would be what I wouldn't believe. But like doing doing like this, basically, I wouldn't mind it. But yeah, since I mainly know like F1 basically, something that I might do is to go and make this go faster. Or I might go and have like I'll probably go and have the categories that I'm figuring, like type it out basically, and like each one has this. Like this is the number of this is the number that I'm going to be doing basically, and yeah, like this one is not really that much of a big deal. I just basically have to figure out team names effectively, because like with the team names, right? Like I have to decide on it. But like I figured that basically what it is just that like I currently well this is actually like I current like F1, but uh like basically these would be the teams that I assume would be like F2 type teams, or at least what are currently starting off as F2 type teams, and then it's like at a certain point it gets to where like it's not just several people running a car built by MA. Like MA might still build the F2, F3 machinery, but like the F1 stuff would then start having like the carbon fiber, other sort of like actual things to where like, oh hey, I actually have the factory over here. I can set it up. I can modify my car. I can do all these other things that actual F1 car teams do, and within said budget cap, do it basically. Hold on, somebody's messaging me. Okay, I want to bring up something interesting about go-karts apparently. So what seems to be, from what I'm seeing, is that like go-karts are a interesting format in the fact that like they unless you're talking about an endurance race, yeah, there's usually only 20 to 40 teams, at least from what I've seen by the actual like formatting, and there's like 100 to 200 drivers, basically. So yeah, might want to look up the FIA one, see about how many are listed there, but It is what it is. Okay, so for reference about what I'm doing here, I am just doing this. However, for reference, I also don't need to. One thing that is a beauty of D&D, you don't have to be accurate. So what if this is incorrect or inaccurate, like it doesn't matter, or really, like are these like the review is at least going to be giving me like, okay, here's some sort of answer you can use. There you go. That's obviously a very useful tip for any new DMs. So like definitely if you have like a computer or a phone handy, if you don't know a ruling, literally just type in like addition, question, or ruling and thing, and it will probably give you good enough about what you're wanting. Okay, I'll be real. I did not realize that MotoGP, or rather Supercross, actually has blue flags. Because I was actually just looking up to see about how many people would I want to go and get, right? Because, like, there's a certain number of people that it's like, well, yes, might I want to do these teams? Yes. But also at the same time, it's like, something that I am noting here is that, like, this feels like the ones I'm wanting to do, like Group A being the top tier factory drivers and current points leaders. I'm not too sure about whether I want to go and do, like, the mid-pack privateers and up-and-coming racers, true privateers, and local entries and newcomers. Well, Group C being the true privateers, basically. Because, yeah. Group A is likely to be the people that qualify and everything else. Because, obviously, a top 40 is kind of important, but yeah, it is what it is. I'll be back in a bit. You know, looking at the rally raid thing, I feel like I might have overestimated the amount of length that this would take for it. I might not get through all the racing, actually. Now that I'm looking at the fact that apparently for a typical World Rally Raid Championship event, there's 150 to 200 four-wheeled vehicles. Mind you, each team fields about like 2 to 4. Yeah, that might be that might be a bit much. Just a thought. Yeah. Okay. So, oh, whoops! I forgot to do prototype. I forgot about that actually, because yeah. Hold on, let me do prototype first before I can save the other results. Okay, there we go. So yeah, IMSA apparently prototypes about like 1 to 5 or 17 to 15, and basically, so MA is obviously doing every single category. Now, why is he doing every single category? Well, he makes the cars, so it makes sense that he would be doing like literally the max per, basically. So, like, yeah. Actually, to be fair, I might go and take a look at the stock thing again. Hold on. Okay. So, yeah. Actually, I should probably put that down as 1 because, yeah. That's gonna be fun. To be fair, I don't need the racing or next layer things. I will go and save the team thing. The reason why I say the team thing is I don't feel like retyping everything. And like, you know, F1 or what's currently would be stipulated as Formula 1, where MA makes like all the cars and the rest of the people race as it. Then it's like, yeah, it is. It is basically. And so, like, I do feel there's probably going to be 16 to start, like, a full 16, and, like, at least half of the field has to start. Like, if there's 4 teams that literally are just unable to start, like, you don't get a starting grid. Like, they just don't count that race, basically. Okay? Like, I definitely will say that it's at least, like, they at least have to have, like, a quarter of the field. With at least, like, two somewhat front-running, or 2 similarly paced teams. Just basically. Because, yeah. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I figured that he would, have a way to, like, you know, yeah, like, if you go and look up, if you don't know about it, if you look up the 2005 Indianapolis GP, or American GP for F1, like, you look at that starting grid, that is basically what I feel like you would avoid. NASCAR, there's a little bit less on that. Manufacturer supported teams would definitely field 4, so there's that. But, like, more amateur ones are probably going to be there. So actually, I'll roll a d10 on this one. Okay, so 7. So there's 7 people that are, like, able to show up day in, day out. Basically. So, yeah. Wait. I actually don't know about the 28, the 38 I'm wanting to do. Because, like, even if you do 4, like, that's most of the teams doing that. And, like, this is actually, like, actually, I guess that this would be, like, a future, or quote unquote, because, like, this starts off with people, with, like, more rich people just racing, like, a sort of standardized car, basically. So, like, for the most part, like, MA, since he, like, has, like, the top tier stuff, like, he builds the stuff, like, yeah, most likely he's running as fast as, like, his team is running probably the fastest things, and typically you're if you're wanting to bet on it, yeah, you basically have to bet on a MA car, or, like, which one of those 4 will win? Who knows? They might, all 4 might also stumble over each other and crash, basically, to where, like, you know, maybe one of the team members from 4 do it. So actually, yeah, I would say that these are the people that, like, have the money. Like, I will say that they probably consistently get 38, but these teams are the ones that show up. Usually get, because, like, especially with some of these other ones, like, I'm not gonna formulate this entire list. Like, I would say with this one, it's like, yeah, so, like, this wow, there's literally only 9 teams that consistently show up. But yeah, like that's kind of my point. Like there's so many cars that it's like, yeah, I don't know if they will frequently do it, but like, these are definitely like I would definitely say that these 9 go-kart teams are usually like they're probably not going to be any like sort of like MotoGP or Supercross or drag team, right? Like they're not going to be like drag, MotoGP, like drag, MotoGP, Supercross, like those are different disciplines. Rally is also probably not gonna be there. Like these go-kart races are more for like okay, so we're looking for a F1 driver. We're looking for a future F1 driver. We're looking for a future NASCAR driver. Maybe like I could give you that you're looking for a prototype, a GT, a touring car driver. Maybe an IndyCar driver, actually. To be fair, I'll move that up further because yeah. That actually might be the case. But yeah, like in all honesty, like I'll be real. Going to a go-kart track, it's like I see, like I would see basically like nothing that says, "Oh, hey, this person is capable to do rally." Actually, you might go and get that they're like a rallycross driver, but even still, like like I'm not too sure about that one. Like the reason why I could definitely tell that MA would have it to you in go-karts is one, he makes everything. So like he is literally always a manufacturer. Like it does not matter. But that said, it's like you go and have like a different person, and it's like, yeah, he like he's just not likely to go and be like he's likely to go and know how to go and get anybody and like get all the talent and stuff. So like he honestly might be training people not to go and like work for him, but to literally just be his competition, in all honesty. And the reason why I say that is because like F1 would not be like the F1 that we know. And the reason why is because like currently it would be F2 because everybody has to buy the car from MA, basically. MA kind of doesn't like that. Okay, I was planning to come back here sooner than what I did, but no, apparently not. I got distracted for like an hour. Anyway, so I have honestly lost my train of thought. Not so much kind of lost what I was doing, basically. But definitely one of the issues with this is the fact that like I just simply do not know about like where is it? There's just AI related things with this. So yeah, there's no like generators I've known about. Like yeah, I know this is like way before AI. Alright, so yeah. I guess part of it is also going to be like where do I want to go from there? Basically, because like definitely some of the like go-kart names can't work. I guess something else I can do is, since I'm down to just names at this, right? Uh, yeah. Cause like, uh, all the stuff for the manufacturers, right? I like, I, I, yeah, like with all these things, like, MA is definitely going to be supporting like the backs. But that said, actually, I guess what I can do is I can randomize everything. So there is that. So 2d8, unless I gotta have it be like really low. In theory, I should get what I want. Okay, so there's gonna be like 7 for them. Okay, so I'm basically gonna be doing this as like so there's there's one card team, another one card team, okay, never mind. Somebody's joining him with a 2-card team, but apparently there's like another thing with it. So okay, so for the prototype class, there would be effectively like 5 teams that are like basically full time. Somebody is equaling him in power for that, and then other things else. Where? So back in the NASCAR side. Wait, why didn't I just do 5? Okay. So there's gonna be several rich people, apparently. So Emmy is the only one that's funding multiple cars to go. Well, he's the only one that's funding like 4 people to go and like drive around. There's 4 rich people or 4 other rich people that are driving 3 people, or that are each allowing 3 people. And then there's 2 rich people that are able to drive around for the entire thing. So, like, hold on, let me go and get the grid for that. Okay. So, 18 from rich people usually get 38. So like there's 38 people that like upon the track day, like they'll arrive and show up. But only like a few, or like 18 will be like day-to-day type people. So like those 18 people are going to be like important people basically. Because like for reference, I'm also partly trying to do this to figure out about like if my players are interested in experiencing some of these, how many people would I need to go and make? actually. Because, like, I'm going to assume that, like, I'm going to assume that these are, like, for more rich people that are, like, capable to afford, or, like, these big, competitive style cars. So, like, for example, somebody, a rich NPC by the name of, like, say, Lilith, she might have, like, she might be like, Team 6, or whatever is Team 7, basically. But, like, to be fair, that's it. Like, she's not gonna be likely to be, like, it's not gonna be a person that's, like, there. Right? Uh, and so, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna market for the F1 grid, because, like, everybody there is going to be a team that is just, like, already built. Effectively. So, there's that. This one, yeah. So there's 20 to 40. And the MA is going to be the only one that's, like, doing that. I assume that the 20 to 40 is including the prototypes, which have 17, which have 7, basically. So they have 24. So they have 24 the teams that will be driving. So basically, off of that, there were 14 teams, and then only 2 of them don't. So yeah, which I will probably be, I'll probably have these be, like, the contract, like, the numbers is, like, what rank, like, if I didn't do anything, what would I expect the H team's ranking at the end? Like, anybody is building all these cars, I figure that he would be able to have the most knowledge and tell people, like, hey, this is how you would expect this car to be. And therefore, he would be most likely to be there. So, yeah. According to, like, what, one person said, the things that I will say would make this somewhat more interesting. The only team that I could say would be, like, more, like, the only other group besides MA that would be more naturally in, like, these other formats would be would be a player's thing named the Arendelles. That's, well, actually, that's fine for the Indy cars. But not for the touring cars. How many touring cars would there be? 28. That's going to be interesting. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know on this. It might, honestly, based off of this, something that might be there is just that, like, it might be time to start considering, like, filling up the last, like, typical 20 minutes that I do for these. Is with like I not so much the other things, but like what sports might be like otherwise done. Because like I definitely do know that like MA might gonna be like helping people find it. And like I I would say that probably like the people that approached MA, for example, with like the NASCAR thing, is probably like these three groups of people, or the people that would have these things. It's like they would be the ones that would be like, oh hey yeah no like I could fund 3 cars to go around the world or to various places in this area and have them. So yeah, hold on. I got a ping. For reference about why I'm more likely to ping or to check pings while while I'm recording something like this. Yeah, yeah. I am more likely to take a look at these specifically because like since I am doing these, I could pause them at any time for one. 2, I can't tell before I actually check about it. So like if I'm checking, it's like okay, well, I gotta know. Wait. Oh, sorry, for the GT it would be a like not not like 2 teams fielding one car. It would be 4 teams fielding one car. And then like the more top 10 people are doing like the F1 style thing where they're fielding 2 cars. But MA would definitely be the only one that's fielding like both a prototype and a GT car. Or he would be the one that's fielding like both teams. Like everybody else, like if they are fielding a car, or everybody else will probably field cars, but like only MA would field like several other things. He's also the only one that would field probably multiple drag cars actually. So would there actually be another drag car thing? Like, because like if people wanted drag cars, he would make them. Like he would make specific tires for that. I definitely do feel like there would be like people that he was approaching with like scouting and stuff. It's like, yeah, no, I want to just drive in a straight line. Like I wanted to drive this thing in the straight line and just see about how fast this thing can go. And so Emma would be like then doing the drag cars. Most specifically, actually, I guess I don't really need to consider the funny car right now. Because like, again, it would be kind of like the pro stock, right? Like it would be like you take a Camaro and then drive it, basically. But actually, you buy a Camaro, place it on drag tires, and then you just go racing with it. Right? Like that's gonna be what it is. And so like it's definitely like a little bit like I would say that like Powerhouse like this is actually probably a little bit more appealing to most people because like it's not a funny car. A funny car it's like yeah yeah like with a funny car it's expensive. Like it takes like 5 million, 8 million to like write it. So like IRL, it makes sense that a team is only going to field a car if they think they might be able to compete and win. But yeah, it is what it is. As for racing bikes, like I can see that one being like a bit more competitive. So I can definitely see like there being like 11 teams basically. A Supercross. Um, yeah, yeah, I can see it being there. So like, yeah, there's probably not going to be like there might be several teams that are doing like 2, 3 classes. As as for as like uh I might want to go back to take a look at the Supercross one. I forget if I still have it up. Hold on, actually. Where is it? Okay, I am incorrect. No, I would actually have to look that up again. Um, but like, yeah, actually, I I more just need to make sure that I specify it. But like, he would definitely like feel like he's always feeling max, basically. Specifically for the reason that it's like, yeah, like why not? Uh, like it makes sense that like since he's the one that would for like maybe I go in with this just like expand out this like one more tile because it was supposed to be 3x3 and then it's like you know I look at it and it's like okay so what's all there? It's like uh well he's the entertainment one. So like down here on the coast would probably be, the modeling one. That makes sense. There would be a beachside town somewhat close by, like within his territory. Be like there or there for the beachside town. Because like the modeling side would be done on the beach because it's a cooler area for one, and two, then if they need like for a swimsuit shoot, if they need a beach, they have it right there. So like they don't have to travel all the way out to the beach to do that type of shoot. Uh, like maybe it's better for that because then it's like okay, over there they could use the beach for like filming and stuff with like a TV area. And then right there, because keep in mind, I try not to make any city like be actually on the border. And the main reason for that is because I don't want to have to go and consider like which country is it? Like is it Malacolia over here with the capital of Queenstown? Is it Justra with the capital of Beaconsdale? Because it's like yeah, Beaconsdale Beaconsdale is basically like the reason for like a lot of these other places. So like the beachside down over there wouldn't exist without Beaconsdale. The sports city also probably would not exist without Beaconsdale. So if the town is that influential, you better believe that that's the capital. Which to be fair also then makes it to where like there's not just this random 3x3 tile that's up here. It's at least 3x4, effectively. But like still effectively, like it is what it is, basically. Uh um yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to do some of them like really quickly. Because like a lot of these other places, right? Like MA is probably going to like he will have a stadium, but like he'll probably own like both teams. Right, like for example, like there would be like I definitely do say baseball. So it'd be blank versus blank. One of them is like one of them might be an MA team. One of them might be somebody else's team entirely. Effectively, or like he goes and gets it to where like somebody is wanting to have a stadium, and so like they are more likely to do it. Like he would be in terms of like the baseball, and like the like actually I should specify on this, so because like there's American football, uh so like it would be blank versus blank, because like there's the interesting thing about like a lot of the early sports, right? Like were they televised? Not really, but they were all local. And like consistently it was like this team versus that team, basically. And so like I with like two teams operate by MA. Right. Like he would be definitely able to like move people around. So like you would have like this sort of like rotation, effectively. So like, okay, sometimes these people are on this team, sometimes these other people are on this other team. Soccer is that way as well. And so like certain points where it's like, once it like the TV became like a lot more there, like maybe some of the other places, since like you know by the time that the sports city is started to where it's like, hey, here's day 89, right, to where like he's building like the TV setups and stuff, to where like, hey, on day 99 they're probably now having like schedules or people that like staffing and stuff, to where it's like, hey, do you want to watch football? Okay, hi, you can. Baseball, there's stuff for that. What other sports would be like directly ones that like get funded immediately? Oh, I am I am so sorry for anybody that likes this. Basketball, actually, I completely forgot about basketball. Oh, so like, I would say that a lot of the American football people would probably be barbarians. And what would be the type of people that you might go and get from baseball, soccer, basketball, and soccer? Well, yeah, like baseball, basketball, and soccer. I don't particularly know, in all honesty. Like, he would definitely be like definitely upon American football. He would one of the people that he would be ideally looking at is probably like be yours, right? Like maybe not be yours, but like he would at least look at somebody like people like be yours, where it's like, I like causing harm. I want to just like absolutely tackle somebody out full force, because those would be the football people. Oh, so yeah. he would definitely be looking mainly at barbarians for that. Or at least he would be looking at barbarians for linebackers, or for like the protective things. As for anybody else, not sure. Like I'm not sure about where you would be trying to find like the quarterbacks, where you'd be trying to find like pitchers, where you'd be trying to find anybody else. But like, yeah, I would definitely say that like I'm not going to necessarily like consider the fact that like well, basketball I might see about trying to formulate a thing for that. Because like with basketball, right? Like that's usually like 5v5. Right. Actually, that's 5v5. Okay, so the thing with basketball is I would definitely do that. I was right that it was only 5 people on a court. So if they're like a more typical D&D party, in theory, could go play basketball. The thing is like, yeah, you're likely to have those people get tired, effectively. So like, yeah, most basketball teams are like 12 to 15, and with like, you know, two of those like 15 slots usually being two-way and 13 people being eligible to play. So there is that element as well. What other sports are like big and popular? Like I'll be real, I honestly don't like. It may be just that I'm American in all honesty. So like people that are over like the YouTube comments and or like any other form of content section, like maybe y'all know more sports, or at least more like more like actual like this team versus this team sports, right? Because like that's the main thing that I'm looking at. Because like there would be like golf and stuff, right? Like MA, like I'm looking at more of the stuff that like it would be probably like MA makes a team, and then like due to that, like it becomes a bigger, more mainstream style thing, and basically, and like there's people that become like now big and popular, and actually now might be gotten out of poverty because like, yeah, might they be like great at doing insert thing here? No, not really. But man, are they good like football player, a good baseball player, a good basketball player, a good soccer player, or even like a good driver in like a certain discipline, such as like Formula, NASCAR, or Prototype, GT, Touring, an Indy, a drag, a bike, MotoGP, a Supercross, rally, maybe even well, yeah. No, I don't say that people would be like I don't say you'd be a career like go-kart racer. Actually, more specifically, like I would say that there's probably like 9 or so teams, from like for reference, I think that like the Arendelles would probably have like a go-kart or a go-kart team, as well. And like for reference with like the Arendelles, I would say probably like like it would probably be like AR, or like they wouldn't be like uh yeah, like they probably wouldn't be a like they might have of a racing team, but like I don't say that they would be doing like a good majority of stuff. And so like yeah, I definitely did think that I would have like a little bit more to say on like other sports, basically. But looking at it, it's like in all honesty, I could just go and like place it to like racing teams and leave it all as like the sports subs folder, or even just like leave it as like you know uh yeah, like I could just place both these into the sports subfolder and not really worry about the racing one, and because like yeah, like I don't need like I don't particularly need it, and like to be fair, I can always just like remake the subfolder basically. Like it's not that big of a deal to like remake a subfolder, or especially when it's like, oh hey yeah, by the way, for like the additional systems, I'm just gonna need to remake insert thing here. So yeah, like I it just is a thing. So it's like racing teams and other sports. I don't quite know about like the teams, but if I had to take a guess on it, it's like I this is kind of like more yeah, like it would be more barbarian traits. It's basically might as well get up Leah to like say it, but it would be so yeah, like if you're running like checks and stuff for like the various things, but obviously all of them have performance basically. It would be kind of like team based, so like if one team has like we don't need to know the actual score, we just need to know about like okay, so which team made it to where, like, for example, football, well, it's American football, that it's 3-0, or 7-3, actually, to be fair, it could be 6-3, as well. But oh, now I remember one other thing. Hockey. I can't believe I actually forgot hockey. I'll be real though. Oh, because like hockey is something that's a little bit more like there as well. But yeah, like American football, I would say probably like insight, perception, performance, acrobatics, athletics as well. Yeah, because sometimes you have to jump through the air. But actually, no, I guess more athletics. On that. Like not so much acrobatics. Like you could say acrobatics if you want, or add an acrobatics check. But like you don't really need to do that. Survival as well for American football. Uh, don't think of anything else. Baseball, performance, perception, strength. And for reference, strength would be like you actually hitting the ball. Athletics for like basically being able to how well can you normally field and stuff like that. Nope. No, can't really think of anything else. Because, like, if you want to add a stealth check for, like, how likely are they to, like, get away with, like, doing that. Sorry, like, if you want to go and have a stealth check for, like, how likely is it that the pitcher is going to notice that they're, like, so far off the bag and therefore not exactly likely that they're going to be able to get back to the base. Like, maybe have a check for that. I don't really see the reason to have that. Basketball, performance, perception, maybe insight, probably athletics as well. Like all these No, actually, I wouldn't say hockey has athletics. Anything other than those on basketball? Maybe intimidation, and maybe insight as well. I feel like that would be covering it for basketball if you wanted to have that. As for hockey, performance, perception, because you have to know where the puck is and stuff like that. Intimidation, and I would say it's a good thing there. Athletics, not really. Sleight of hand, I could definitely see that one for hockey, because like you like the sleight of hand would be more for like a puck maneuverability and stuff like that. Not thinking of anything else on that one. Soccer. Well, actually, hockey. If I didn't say insight, maybe insight. Maybe have an insight check on that. Soccer, athletics. The reason why I didn't have it for hockey is just that like you are skating around more often, so it's not as like important that you have to be fast or whatever, or right. It's all about like maneuverability and how well can you like spot gaps, spot openings, and actually hit something. So like if you're wanting to do it for that, like okay, guess sure, but I'm not saying that. The soccer, or much like all of them, definitely should have performance and perception. Only reason why I have performance for all of these is because sometimes you do have an off day, so that's a general performance thing. And like if you really want it to be like a lot of it come down to like how well do you perform on a certain day. Okay. Maybe do like maybe do like say maybe do say 5 times the 5 times the performance check. Basically. So like for example, Leah with performance, she's likely to do very, very well with any sort of performance related task. So she's likely to go and have well, she'll have 16 to 35. So that's going to be a automatically insane one. You're probably going to be very much loving her for that. Or to be fair, maybe you can set it up so that it's if you're doing that, I would more say that it's like you want to have it be like a performance check that is modified. So like there's regular performance, and then there's proficiency performance for like every other one, or just straight up a quote unquote performance check that is just flat out D20. That's the other way that I do it if you're wanting to do a multiplier for that. But yes. As far as soccer, I would say survival. That would be valid as well. Hockey. Hockey and football would have deception as well. I definitely did say that deception would be in soccer as well. The reason why I would say that is because of faking. And basically, such as like, well, actually, maybe you have that for basketball as well. Because like, the reason why I don't have that for more racy ones is because like, there's not as, it's not like as important, right? Like, there's there a little bit of deception in F1, for example. Like, yeah, of course there's deception. Because, like, there's the pit strategy with the things where people will literally, where teams will literally pull out their pit crews and be like, hey, let's see about trying to go and get, like, say, Mercedes, Ferrari to go and pit way sooner than what they otherwise would. and stuff like that. Like there's that type of deception. There's like there's the thing about the rear mirrors where it's like, oh hey, let's go and see, make ourselves bigger and try to make it look like we're going for a move or a gap, even though we're not. Like there's those, but that's not important for like the actual racing. In terms of like football, basketball, hockey, and soccer, like, oh yeah, no, like faking right going left is actually something that is very applicable. Uh, um, I know I got perception, performance, deception, and athletics. Any other things? Not really, actually. Not that I'm noticing. So yeah. That's what it is, basically. I might go back in and like get the notice on all these, so it's like, oh yeah, no, by the way, this is what I did and stuff. This is what I listed. So if my players want to be a part of it, I can give them real quickly a role, and maybe because of all the other roles that I would have to do, I would tell them the result later. Because keep in mind, I am not going to tell them the result there. Basketball, they can do a team match. Right? If we get 5 people to where it's like, okay, we've got Lucas there, we got Wretched there, we got Cheeto, we got Joker, and we got Justin. That's 5 people. Oh, and then maybe Ambi. Like, okay, sure, we can go do basketball. For that. Like that is perfectly fine. I don't mind them going over and doing basketball. The thing is, though, if they're wanting me to tell them about whether they win or lose, I'm not doing that right now. Like, I just am not. Like, I am sorry. I am sorry that you want it to be like this other thing. I cannot. I am sorry. Like, if you want to do like a modified role, like technically yes, you can do like you can see about looking at like all these performances. So like, for example, she's looking at if I'm doing a modified performance and perception thing, like for Leah it would be 2d20 plus like that would be 26. So like she did terrible, actually, or slightly terrible, because she did way below average. Her average is supposed to be, 46 for a check, but she wrote 42. So she was playing badly that day. I guess volleyball would also be something. So yeah. Did fair as well. Yeah, I probably would say like beach volleyball would also be a thing. Because like the beach volleyball, you're probably getting into where it's like it's specifically like I 2 female predominantly teams going and at each other. So like maybe maybe I gotta extend it out. Like I probably will extend it out, but maybe I extend it out. Like even more, like one more team, basically, because like or one more foul. Well, just for the fact that like then there's at least a reason that like there would be a beach volleyball team, right? Because, like, that's the neat part, right? Like, I don't have the map set in stone, so I can, like, yeah, like, if I want to go expand out, like, MA's country, I can. Like, it's not really that big of a deal, about, like, is it 3x3? 3 by, like, freaking 7? Or is it, like, 5x7 with mostly empty space? Like, yeah, like, it doesn't really freaking matter. But, like, it is kind of important. To be fair, I could also make it 6x7, if I wanted to. Probably not, though, because, I realized what I said. So it's probably going to be 5x7, actually. Like, it will either be 7x7 or it will be a 5x7. There's not going to be an in between. You are not going to be to do in between because I know exactly what I said now, and I hate myself for it. But, like, yeah, it is what it is, basically. Like, to be fair, a different thing is, it's like, maybe with the, maybe what I do as well is just that there's not, like, a beach volleyball team and then a regular volleyball team, but it's just much more that, like, with the way that it is, to gonna get people more interested in volleyball, you know, it is played on the beach, right, with girls in swimsuits, or for that matter, to appeal to, like, you know, the women, guys in swimsuits, like, cause, like, that's the thing, right? Like, none of these teams have to be good, right? Like, they could be, like, they just have to be, like, good enough to where, like, in terms of, like, regulation type stuff, that, like, you would get people to actually go out and watch it, right? Like, I would say that probably their seasons would be, like, like these other sports teams would be matching up closely to, like, other, fields. So, like, baseball is, like, spring to, like, fall. Hockey is, like, fall to spring. Basketball, that's winter to fall, right? Like, that area. And then American football is, like summer to winter. So, like, there's not that much overlap. Like, there is overlap, don't get me wrong. But, like, feasibly, you could go and get somebody that's, like, a baseball player and a baseball player and a hockey player. You can get somebody that's, like a baseball player and a football player. Like, there's that type of overlap, but not so much overlap to where, like, you could be, like, not so much, very good overlap where it's like, oh yeah, you can be, like, a baseball player in, like, the World Series type stuff, whereas also playing football. Like, that's, like, don't get me wrong, could it happen? Yes. Is there an actual case of that happening in IRL? Yes. I forget the person, but I know that somebody did very well in baseball, to where, like, the team got to the World Series, and it's like, hey, both teams kind of need you. Can you more, like, you have the World Series team over here, and then you have, you know, this this football team over here on the other side that is still needing you. it's like, well, yeah, hi, you can't really gonna like say either way. And it's also one of those things where it's like, I definitely do understand that person's logic of like, hey, I am gone for 1 day. I am sure you guys can cover for me for 1 freaking day. Because like baseball does play like multiple days a week, whereas football usually plays like 1 day a week. So if they miss a football game, they've missed an entire week of one team's games. Whereas like with baseball, it's like you miss one game, and it's like, okay, well, you missed 1/7 to all of their games that week. Like, is it likely that you're going to be getting a team that is like not only playing one game a week? Not really, but it's possible. So there's that. But it is what it is. I've been talking for a while, partly for the fact of kind of how did I want to set up the world and plot how this is actually. But yeah, it is what it is. I more just want to go and figure out, yeah, like I more just need to plot out like how big, well, like where do I want to place like certain things. To be fair, maybe I have more beach volleyball teams because, like, to be fair, those are usually a little bit more like doubles, basically. So, like, that one definitely, since there's less people that he needs to find, I definitely do say there is a lot more. There's a lot more reason to have like a volleyball championship, than just like, you know, a football, baseball, basketball, or hockey or soccer championship. Like, will he do that? Yes, probably. But like, it'll be like football will probably be just like the various weeks changing each team around, and then like they get to like one playoff team, and it's like there's lots that are driven, and so it's like there's these people, and then there's those people, and that's how that gets established. Baseball, similar case as for the World Series. Basketball, I don't know their tournament, so like it would be for whatever their freaking thing is. Hockey would be for the Stanley Cup. I mean, yes, would the name be changed? Yeah, probably for the Stanley Cup because, you know, it's a trademark name thing. Obviously, it's going to be different for like a D&D world. Soccer, I don't even know about like how that works for like their stuff. So yeah. Then as for the volleyball one, it's like I said, he could like the amount of times that he has to spend to go and find each person that is wanting to like, wanting and or willing to do it. Yeah, it's probably a little bit less. It's probably a little bit more likely. Plus, to be fair, and nothing else, something that he could do is, where the frick is that town? Ah, yes, Crab Bank, the town of freaking gold diggers, where there's a bunch of women just walking around in swimsuits. Why? Because they're getting paid. So it's like, hey, I could probably pay. How much you making today, dear? It's like this much. It's like, okay. I have a job for you. How does this much, such as like say 10 gold a day, sound to play like a few games a week? Well, to play like a game or two a week. So like you don't have to ever be like you only when on the field you have to be in a swimsuit. Every other point, you can be wearing whatever clothes you want. And like some of the women would probably be like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm down for that. Let's go." Like they would probably also sign a contract for reference. That way, like Ma can't like just go back on his word. He wouldn't, but that's the statement basically. So yeah, definitely do enjoy this. I don't know about how many teams. I would say probably D20, whatever I get. Okay, 12 teams. 12 volleyball teams. And like I said, actually I probably will put air quotes on beach volleyball. Oh. And actually probably should specify like the teams on this one, because like yeah, this one does like beach volleyball. Like I said, it's 2v2, so like for this, he just has to find like 24 willing guys / women, and probably more likely women, because yeah, it is what it is. And like he still would probably be paying people like he would probably be on average paying people like 10 gold a week to play the sports, arts and stuff like that. Oh, and by the way, he would also be providing them a place to live, maybe food. I'm unsure on that part, but definitely paying them. Definitely paying them. Definitely making it to where like they can live, and like it's basically just like money that they can burn on whatever the frick they want, basically. And then like probably with future days, it's like, okay, hi, yeah, I'm making this much for you, because like there's the ticket sales and stuff. I want to be paid more. So it's definitely understandable on that, but we'll see. I don't know about all the team names basically, but like it would probably be it probably would be typically like maybe with the football it's like sorry, maybe with the hockey team, because that's better. Or no, I kind of want to say things that I don't. Well, say any things I kind of don't want to say specific things. So, like with baseball, like maybe it's the bats versus maybe it's the bats versus the balls for baseball. Because like who knows on that. So like there's those things, right? Like maybe that is the case, and stuff like that. But like, it is what it is. Definitely, it would be. This would definitely be the town that you would want to move to. Or whatever I name this town would definitely be the town you want to move to if you're in this world. If you're looking at getting into sports, such as like if you're wanting to go and get into racing, if you're wanting to go and get into like football, baseball, basketball, volleyball, hockey, soccer, etc., etc. Like you want to go to this city because that's where all the people for it would be, and like there'll probably be like a separate TV station that is more for like the sports network, or that way like the sports people don't have to travel that far to go and get to them, and other things like that. Because like a lot of the racing ones, like those I can definitely say like they might race in the sports city, but like they're probably not going to be racing simply and solely in it. Right. And like the most prestigious race will probably be in like the most prestigious races will probably be either in Beaconsdale, because that's MA's capital, so he would obviously make it like a pretty good track, and also like very spectacular. As for the sports one, he's setting that up to be like the sports capital, so obviously he's going to be making that one big as well. Uh, so like there would probably be probably like two major sporting events, and so like the crown jewel races that you would expect, I would say probably expect them to be more in like in this world specifically, Beaconsdale, and then whatever the sports city is. But that's what it is. That's all I have for this. I've gone way over what I usually do. Hope you all enjoyed hear me set list like what would the sports probably be doing for tracks, kind of like how I want to set up the various racing areas, and yeah, just general other things. So hopefully y'all enjoyed. I should probably like stop this and nothing else so I can do it. If you want to hear me yap, I unfortunately could not yap this week on Twitch at Gordon_fan482. The reason for that is because the first 2 days of this week I was gone, so I could not do anything this week for the YouTube people. For like some of the like other platforms, like yeah, you're probably watching this way after I've done it live. So like the YouTube I've been keeping up with, basically, because that's the easiest format for me to use. But it is what it is. As for as for like anything else, down in the description of the YouTube, I should have a link to the Discord if you're wanting to like just hang out or do anything else there. Or just otherwise keep up with like the podcast or whatever else I am doing. And that's always a great option. And also on the Twitch, that there's a link to that same Discord, or in case you're not able to find it on YouTube. To be fair, the YouTube is also linked on the Twitch, because I usually try to keep everything well connected. Just for sake of that reason. Partly so that as well, if you find one thing, you can find the rest typically easily. But yeah, I don't think I have much else to say. Definitely very hot in the rooms. I definitely need to go and start airing it out in a bit. However, with all that said, hopefully y'all learned something. Hopefully y'all found something to use for your own games, or just to say to your own DM, because hey, it might be it's a cool thing, and you might want to go and use it and find out about stuff. But otherwise, I will ultimately see everyone whenever next see you all.